The European Union, alongside other closely integrated European countries, represents the second largest economy in the world, trailing only the United States. Germany, a European powerhouse, now boasts the third largest economy globally, surpassing Japan's stagnating economic performance. The continent is overwhelmingly composed of high-income, advanced economies with commendable living standards. Yet there is growing concern among economists about Europe's future. Europe has fallen significantly behind the United States in terms of raw economic output. Over the past 2 decades, Europe has faced near stagnation. While the US is a logical comparison as a high-income economic superpower, almost every other nation, including traditionally fast-growing economies like China, has struggled to match America's recent economic strides. This disparity raises an important question. Why is Europe lagging behind despite its advantages? Europe possesses a highly educated population, competitive salary structures, a historically safe business environment, and the infrastructure to be a global hub. Historically, Europe led the world in economic and technological innovation. However, many of its current challenges are self-inflicted. This realization offers both bad and good news. The causes of Europe's slowdown are addressable if adequately tackled. Core areas of concern. Europe's economic challenges can be examined across several dimensions: innovation, immigration, industry, integration, and energy. These areas highlight differences from the US and underscore the hurdles Europe must overcome to rejuvenate its economy. Immigration and workforce dynamics. Immigration is often touted as a solution to Europe's economic issues, helping to fill labor shortages and stimulate growth. However, the realities are more complex. Public narratives about immigration vary widely, shaped by political perspectives. While some view immigration as an economic necessity, others see it as exacerbating existing challenges, such as housing shortages. Europe's population is aging, and no EU country has a birth rate high enough to sustain or grow its population. Immigration has filled this gap, providing much-needed labor. However, unlike countries like Canada or Australia, where immigration programs prioritize economic contributions, Europe's immigration policies are more focused on humanitarian needs and family reunification. While these are noble goals, they do not always provide the immediate economic benefits associated with skilled worker programs. Europe also faces a significant brain drain, as highly skilled professionals seek better opportunities in countries like the US. This talent exodus exacerbates workforce challenges. Labor force participation and economic productivity. Labor force participation in Europe has trended upward, contrasting with declines in the US. While this appears positive, there are caveats. European workers tend to work fewer hours compared to their American counterparts, with countries like Germany, France, and Spain placing a high value on work-life balance. Additionally, much of this increased participation stems from older workers remaining in the workforce out of necessity, rather than younger generations driving innovation and productivity. Unemployment, while improving, remains higher in Europe than in the US. Despite gains, structural challenges persist, limiting Europe's ability to mobilize its labor force effectively. Energy and industrial competitiveness. Energy is a critical driver of economic growth. Wealthy nations typically consume more energy, using it to power industries, infrastructure, and high living standards. Europe's energy dynamics are challenging, with limited domestic fossil fuel reserves. Historically, Europe relied on Russian natural gas to fuel its industries. However, geopolitical tensions have disrupted these supplies, forcing a costly shift toward renewable energy sources. While renewables represent a long-term solution, the transition has introduced short-term challenges. High energy costs have made European manufacturing less competitive. Iconic companies like Volkswagen have scaled back operations in Europe or shifted production abroad to manage costs. For example, BMW's largest factory is now in South Carolina, USA. These trends highlight Europe's struggle to retain its industrial base. Innovation and technological leadership. Innovation has historically defined Europe's economic success, but the continent has fallen behind in recent decades. While exceptions like ASML, the Dutch manufacturer of advanced semiconductor equipment, showcase Europe's potential, such cases are rare. The U.S., with its concentration of top universities, venture capital, and innovation ecosystems like Silicon Valley, has established itself as the global leader in technology and innovation. Europe's regulatory environment, while consumer-friendly, can stifle entrepreneurial activity. Strict rules and fragmented national policies across the EU create barriers for startups and investors. Many European entrepreneurs opt to sell their companies to U.S. firms rather than scale them independently, further diminishing Europe's ability to lead in global innovation. Europe has the resources, talent, and historical precedent to overcome its economic challenges. While the road ahead is complex, strategic reforms can ensure that Europe remains a vital player in the global economy.